It's already there where the disparity is just insane, and that's where we're at.
Yeah. Once I just blurted out in one of my classes, because I don't know, the students got on this kind of similar issue. I just blurted out, I would gladly pay 25% more of my income into taxes if it meant every child in the United States had health care. And one of my students, who was a real neocon, her jaw just dropped open. She couldn't believe that I would say that. And she was like, you don't mean that. And I said, yes, I do. Because think about a lot of the other social issues that might help curtail. Oh, so that reminds me of a thing that I watched on Netflix. Because I guess I'm okay with David Letterman. I know people have complained, and he had a Me Too thing.
Yeah.
But his show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Have you seen the one with Melinda Gates?
I haven't seen any of them yet.
Okay. The two that I was watching on the plane was Tina Fey, but I've seen that one. I guess I've seen it before. And Melinda Gates. And I liked a lot of the things that she was saying. Because one of the things she was explaining was she and Bill have this philosophy, or they support the idea that the more you make, the more you pay in taxes. Or you pay, they're like...
Seems like it certainly should be that way.
Yeah. She's like, we're for an estate tax. And that might not be a popular thing for me to say among all the people in my tax bracket, but she's like, we're really for that. And she was talking about their foundation. By the way, their foundation is the biggest, like,
the
money,
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation?
In the whole world. Like, it's, I can't remember if it was 50 or 80 billion, but they're huge and they're involved. Like, they just have this network of all these projects that they're doing everywhere. But I liked what she was saying, because when they go, like, say, to a foreign place, and they try to establish something like, say, they're trying to bring drinking water, clean water system to a village somewhere. They don't even start that project until they have people on board from the community and the local government, because they know. And she was like, we learned this from Warren. She's calling Warren Buffett Warren because they're on first name. Yeah.
Right.
He gave us this idea that if you were to leave, you need to make sure that thing that you left behind is sustainable. It's not going to go away just because you and the money maybe move on. So I thought that was pretty good ethos. But then I was talking with another friend about this, and we were kind of lamenting the fact that there even has to be, like, giant corporate families that are the benevolent ones, because we don't have, I don't know, enough money or strong enough governments everywhere to take care of their people.
Well, I mean, people are, I mean, even we don't have a strong enough government here to take care of people. It's, the people are not... I don't know. It's a problem. I think it's going to come to a head. I think it'll come to a head within our lifetimes. It's just a plain fact that you don't, even if you want to live comfortably, you don't need that much.
No.
And
look at you and I. We both downsized.
Yeah,
our places are smaller.
I need a slightly larger place, but I was thinking about that. Like, even as I look, to trying to get my to actually potentially buy something within the next year or two. I don't need that much more space. I don't want that much more stuff.
I don't either. I don't want a big space. I want an RV home. I want an Airstream.
I want something that has, that I don't have to worry about neighbors so much. That would be great. I don't want to have to worry about if I want to play a record loud at 10 p.m. or whatever. I don't want to have to worry. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whenever. Exactly. I don't want to have to worry about anybody complaining, and I don't want to have to hear anybody else either.
Yeah. It's nice to have privacy.
I think so. But it doesn't have to be that big a place. I'd take a little cottage-sized thing somewhere.
Yeah.
Like one more room.
True.
I would take that. But anyway.
It's adult life. Would you ever have a roommate again?
No. Oh. I would not.
Interesting. Because I was just staying with my cousin in Portland, Oregon, and she's got a roommate. I
think about,
they have a very nice civil situation. They get along well, and they're both lawyers, so they have shit to talk about. I don't think they hang out every day, but, whatever.
I'm thinking about, I don't know if I ever want to live with anybody again, period.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do. I had almost a year to myself. I don't know. That's another thing that's more sustainable. If you do cohabit, things are cheaper.
Sure.
And I don't know, you can share resources.
I was thinking about this. This is not sure about this either, but I got out of high school. I had a roommate, and then another roommate. I lived by myself for probably about 6 months before I met my ex-wife. And then from that point on, I was living with somebody. So basically, with the exception of a 6-month period, I was living with somebody nonstop from the time I was 18 to the time I was 36.
Okay, so I could see how you could burn out.
And, not to mention the fact that even when I do live with somebody, the biggest complaint is that I, spend too much time on my own and in my own head anyway. So...
Oh, that's their complaint about you?
That's one of the complaints about me.
So
I'm sure there are many, and they're enumerated by
cohabitator.
somebody somewhere. Yeah. I'm completely willing to admit that I have many, many faults. But I think, I don't know. I just like... I don't know. I can never say never about anything. Certainly being able to share the financial load is yeah, I mean it's very appealing, but I mean I'm looking, I don't know. I think that if as I continue to manage things better and better, I live fairly comfortably. I don't really worry about too much.
Yeah. I guess I hear you. I like being on my own too. You can set your place up exactly the way that you want it.
Yeah, I just took 2 big things to get framed and my Elvis Costello poster in to get the glass fixed. So I'm going to have all these this big high fidelity poster that I haven't been able to hang up in 18 years and another few things. I got some more poster frame things, and it was a little cheaper, and started hanging some more stuff up, and I can have stuff this all over the place.
Yeah, anything you want.
If I were to meet somebody who would actually do what people talk about doing from the outset, which is to be completely accepting of the other person and whatever they bring with them, then I might consider doing it. But my experience has been, regardless of how auspiciously you begin, it never turns out that way.
Yeah. Darn. Where did your positivity go? I was hoping that you would have some.
This is positivity. I think that I can.
Okay, you're being a realist.
I'm being real. That's the thing. I'm not being positive. I'm looking at the it could be worse side of things.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. You could be living in hell with someone that
I could be in a completely loveless relationship where we just resent the fuck out of each other and we're in one space together.
Even roommates, get there. I've lived with a couple of people where by the end of it, I was like, can't stand you. I just can't stand you anymore. And I wonder if they felt the same way about me. I've had at least one situation where I was told that they felt that way about me, but whatever. I try to be a good roommate, but like you're saying, I have my habits. You have to adapt. I mean, both sides should have to compromise and hopefully compromise equally, and that's hard.
But why should you have to compromise?
Well, you don't need to, buddy. You can just live by yourself.
I'm just saying. So, again, this is not something that I'm sure exists. I think that they're but I think it's a possibility that, and I'm not signing off on living with somebody again until
you totally know it's going to be
and how do you
fine.
ever totally know?
I don't know.
But I think that, I think compromise is the wrong word. I think that you can maybe find a situation where you're each able to live the way you want to without resentment towards each other.
Okay.
This is the utopia that I have in my head at this point of being cohabitating relationship guy for 20 years. I think that that the ideal at this point, my utopia, is finding somebody who really all your shit works out together and you can just be happy with them and happy with who they are and vice versa, and just live your lives together and that's that.
I don't think that's impossible, but I do think it's really hard.
And super rare.
Probably, yeah. But going back to the No Impact Man book that I read, I kept feeling bad for his poor wife. It just sounds like his wife and his family got dragged into this project that was totally his brainchild. And then he's trying to be kind of an apologist. I mean, not an apologist. He's trying to apologize. But it never really... To me, I was like, no, I just still think you're a jerk. A selfish jerk who's dragging everyone on this journey. But apparently, I mean, their marriage lasted.
Did it survive it?
I'd like to look that up now because it's been 10 years since the book came out.
Yeah, maybe they're not together anymore.
It's possible. This summer I've had like 2 or 3 books going at the same time, but a lot of them are for my doctoral program. So, like, some of it's very dry. Oh my God, some of the reading. Ugh. Like
how close are you at this point?
Year and a half down, so a year and a half left, maybe 2, almost at the halfway mark.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm writing things. I'm reading a lot.
Well, that's good. I just I'm about 10 pages done with Christopher's memoir.
Okay. How is it?
As a Squeeze fan, I'm really enjoying it. As an editor, I'm wishing it was tighter.
Oh.
So that's kind of a mixed bag. The other thing I read that I finished while we did our staycation thing last weekend was Nick Hornby's latest.
Oh, is that any good?
Yes, I loved it, actually. I think it's fantastic.
What's the title?
Shit. I'm not going to remember it.
Google it.
Yeah. I don't want to bring that up either because it's going to make noise. But I just reviewed it on Goodreads.
Oh, Goodreads. I kind of forgot about that.
What's it called? Shit. Okay, but it's apparently also a show on Sundance, which I don't get, so I don't know where else I would be able to see it. But A
Long Way Down?
No, that's an old one.
That's an old one.
Yeah. It just came out. I want to say it just came out earlier this year.
One would think it would be the first thing that pops up. Funny Girl?
No.
That's 5 years old.
No. It's kind of a novella, really. It's only like 110 pages or something.
Oh.
And but it's told from
Songbook?
No, that's really old. Like super old.
Well, they're not promoting it very well if I open the official website and it's not even the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, that seems weird. But the conceit of it is that it's this couple that's in couples therapy, and you don't. That's it. State of the Union.
Okay.
Yep.
It's about.
Ooh, and he's got a new one coming out, maybe like an actual novel. I wonder if that's a novel, just like you. That's not out yet. That would be cool. I really love his writing. But yeah, so you don't actually get any of the couple in therapy. It's told in these snapshots of the few minutes they have meeting in this pub across the street from their marriage counselor before they go in.
Oh.
So you hear like a little bit of what they're probably going to talk about, and then you hear kind of what the aftermath of the week has been because they check in with them on a weekly basis.
Oh, weekly.
Yeah.
Damn, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's interesting to kind of watch the evolution of them over this period of time because they go like in and out and have these ups and downs, and you don't hear what any of the advice is. You just kind of hear that third hand through them. And
how long has the couple been married?
Long enough to have 2 like school age kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
they're both like right around 40, a little bit. Like he's 44 and she's 40, or vice versa, one of the two. Yeah, it's his. I really enjoy his dialogue. The actual relationship between the couple seems very real, and the sort of their conversations with each other, often not really hearing each other, and or like misconstruing something and like how things get crossed.